Hello everyone, my name is Keo Live at Home, and this is the second in a two-part guide for Redfall. We're looking at the collectibles known as grave locks, which as you would have seen by now are shining, ghostly locks of hair in vials that tell their own story throughout the game. In this video I will focus on the burial point map exclusively. As with the first guide, I won't need to go into detail on each and every grave lock, but I will give an overview on what to find in each area of the map, in what I found to be the most practical order for the way I played the game. The burial point map is split into 9 areas, and if the grave lock is missable or near mission objectives, I have included footage of the mission to help you along the way where I can. Also of note is that the Redfall Commons map and the burial point map are completely isolated, so if you miss a grave lock in the Redfall Commons, you will have to collect those in New Game Plus, which you get forced into when you finish the story. So there is no room at the time this guide was made to freely explore after you complete the story. You can of course listen to the Gravelocks again in the archive under the Gravelocks section, but the audio is unlocked in sequential order, so you cannot use the archive to check which one you are missing, and there is no way to track progress outside the counter total, which is on the loadout screen. There are 45 in the Redfall Commons map and 55 in the Burial Point map. Alright, so getting into it, I say there are 9 different locations because there is one gravelock located on the roof of the Maritime Center hub. Technically, it is not within the boundaries of any other area, so I recommend getting this one out of the way first. As you complete the first mission in the area, along the way you have to get up onto the roof to remove the tree heart, so grab the gravelock while you're up there. It's just sitting on the railing on the center balcony. The Chickering gravelocks are next, with a total of 7. These are mostly spread out, but are found at a lot of the landmark locations. You will go to the pub, the church, and the police station, all of which are signs of good night out, but are arguably less enjoyable if you believe the internet's opinion of this game. All very easy to find, just head on in and have a look around.
Somebody get over here!
Sun's up. Try not to stare at it.
In Winslow Fields, if you cleared the Maritime Centre first, you will most likely end up with the What Does Bellwether Know mission. If not, the area will be relatively clear of enemies and easy to navigate. There is not much else going on here, but there are a total of 4 gravelocks to find in and around the mission areas, and one slightly to the south inside of the tattered building just chilling on the couch. If you do have the mission active, you can enter from the old bootlegger tunnel from the west for the Rum Runner achievement, which is nearby one of the gravelocks.
Their smiles are like needles. I've seen them. They smile with all their teeth.
Don't be stupid. Not my problem.
Ashumet Springs is a quick one with a total of 3. One in the cemetery just northwest of the Irving family mausoleum, one inside the fountain by the Kildare residence, with the other in a baby cradle inside the actual building. As you'll see, we are working kind of in a clockwise direction starting over at Chickering. This actually makes a little bit of sense with the way you'll complete some of the objectives and achievements along the way, so you'll find that kind of a little bit handy. On to Howl's Neck, where there are 5 gravelocks. The first will be on the roof of the laundromat, which is just north of the Three Hands Lookout in the south of Howl's Neck. You'll most likely find this one if you came up from Ashumet Springs, and you can see the glowing on the roof just from the ground level. The next is just north of that, on a balcony. It's just above the cellar door to the Howl's Neck safe house. There is also one located on the island bridge to the east of the fair, so follow the main road north and climb the frame of the bridge to the centre, where it's being nursed by a dead cultist. For the last 2, you will find they're at the fairgrounds, one on the east side in a building, and the other to the south in a path that runs through the underside of the Yankee Food restaurant. In Haven's Lot, you'll be coming up into the forest area from Howl's Neck on the west side, and the first one is on a bridge where there is a vampire nest that often spawns. Then head north up to the meteorological annex, where there are two around the outskirts on the rocks, and one if you climb the stairs to the tower. After that, you can head to the east section of Haven's Lot to the Coast Guard station for two, one of which is in the shed by the helipad and the other down the stairs inside the Coast Guard station. Then just head up to the top of the lighthouse for the seventh and final one in this area. For most of the Brighton Bay Gravelocks, you will just be running around the bay area to get 4 out of 6 total. The two exceptions to this would be that one is upstairs in the dog bed of the Keeper's house, and the other you have to climb up the outside of a house just east of the Coastal Memoriam fast travel point, and go inside the window. With this one though, you will find that this is the start location of the Lost Unit side mission, which is related to a couple of achievements, and we'll touch on that in the next section, so make sure you pick that up. Direcliff is up next with 13 gravelocks. I would say start at the Brighton Bay safe house and go north to the Bladewell campground signpost where you'll find your first gravelock. After that, follow the wave wall right around to the northern outskirts of Direcliff to collect a few that are along the way. Make sure you activate the Nathaniel Howell's Prayer fast travel point, as this can be an easy way into the Bladewell campgrounds, which we will return to later. When you start getting around the eastern cliff area of Direcliff, you can cross the channel to the beached well by the entrance to the caverns with the UV lights. There is a gravelock inside this whale, which you can enter from the hole on the side, and then you want to head into the cavern. This is also the location of the Lost Unit mission that you picked up from Brighton Bay, which you can do while you're getting the gravelock out of the cave. If you have the mission active, which you should, you can also work on the Eagle Eyes achievement by not triggering any tripwires in the cave during the mission. After this, you can do one of two things. Either head back to the Nathaniel Howell's Prayer fast travel point and go straight into the campground, but what I recommend doing is fast traveling to the Devil Mother's Range fast travel point, which you would have passed on the northern road, and head up into the Bladewell Sea Caves. When you exit the cave, you're on a little wooden walkway. If you jump off to the right, you can head along the cliff to the next gravelock. The next remaining 5 are located through the campground and are quite tricky to locate, so if you got this far, then just follow the video. There is, however, one on the cliff lookout point, and also 2 at the ranger station, 1 in the tower and 1 in the basement that I think you'll need a lockpick for, so make sure you bring some of them along.
Worse.
If you're having trouble with the 2 in the common area, the houses up here are quite spread out, so it can be tricky to see what is what, but one is on the 2nd story of a house with a cultist symbol, and the other is on top of a camper van. So with Direcliff out of the way, the final section for you to pick up Gravelocks is Founder's Knoll. I left this for last once again as there are mission requirements for one of the Gravelocks, and it's quite a large area with 9 of them to collect. The first one you'll find it quite quickly. When you first enter Burial Point, if you're heading straight to the Maritime Center, it's in the tunnel not too far from the Founder's Knoll safe house. To unlock this early, don't take the bridge where you pass each faction fighting. Instead, head slightly southwest of the bridge to what looks like a broken up road on the map, which is the tunnel that leads to the front of the Maritime Center. There is a Gravelock in this tunnel along the way, and when you exit the tunnel, head into the bait shop for the next, and then to the car park not too far from there for another. After this, get the Maritime Center opened up if you haven't, because we'll need that soon, or just start heading north along the east border of Founder's Knoll to the general store. Next, keep heading along the road and move up the hill in between the roads towards the burning effigy that you may have seen at the start of the area. You will find a Gravelock closer to the top of the effigy platform. Next, you should head south to the Blackwood house. You need Hester Blackwood's key, which is up on the hill nearby, where you can also fight Hester, one of the 3 sisters of the Blackwood line. Head down the hill to the Blackwood house, and the room is just up the stairs to the right. The next is not too far away, just go south to the Smith Orchard house, and it is in the basement. For the last 2, we will be heading to Twin Tree Wellness Center, and you need to have the Key to Wellness mission active, which is why I recommended unlocking the Maritime Center at the start of the map. This is because you need to clear the What Does Bellwether Know mission to get this activated, which you may have been able to clear when we were over in Winslow Fields. First one here is really easy. It's sitting out in the open in Dr. Young's office, which is on the 2nd level in the main building, and it's sitting on top of the safe. This safe is actually, it holds the documents of the side mission for Dr. Young's projects that you get from Nurse Tran. So if you have that, then this is an easy pickup as the objective appears on your map. The final one, however, you need to progress the Key to Wellness mission to open up the psychic space. Do that and head inside. I let the whole mission play out here so you don't miss anything, but you'll find Miss Whisper's key at the end of the mission, where you'll also kill Gloria for another achievement. Bear in mind here that there is a lot of corridors and fluffing about, so I cut some of the messy work out, but it'll be clear where to go. Just go down the corridor in each level and kill the Sin Eater to move on.
They gave it to me. To me.
You wanted to speak with me?
Thank you for meeting with me. I appreciate it, Doctor. I talked with some of the other orderlies, and we keep hearing this knocking.
Tell me how you've been feeling, Grace. Are you comfortable?
The blood trance. A kind of heightened collective consciousness. I don't believe that's any kind of approved therapeutic practice.
I'm afraid I can't do anything for you, Miss Wade. I just want to see.
No one should die like that. Just a new one. Oh. Flashings of ultraviolet. I'm fine. It's fine. Another innocuous object holding a terrible secret.
Once you kill Gloria and get the key, just head to the exit. All you need to do now is turn around and go up the hill, enter the Twin Tree Pharmacy Annex, where you'll find the locked door and you can use Miss Whisper's key and head down the stairs. At the bottom, head through the next couple of rooms and the final grave lock is yours. Congratulations, you're all done. The What Happened to Miss Wayland mission is real quick and you get it going into this area, so you might as well go ahead and do that while you're here.
You're dead.
I wonder what was down there.
Got you. Stop this.
Alright, nice one. So you should have all the grave locks and the achievement. You did good. Thanks for watching the video. Check out the streams, like and follow me in all the places. If there are any changes to the way grave locks are collected in future updates, I'll try and pin the changes in the comments and shout out if this helped you find what you needed. Catch you next time.